In my early years of college, I was depressed. It wasn't because I used Balloon 2.9 cycle, but because of three main categories I want to address today. Those three categories are academic challenges, social challenges, and then personal growth challenges. And while we do that, we're going to play some Clash Royale. We're like 8.4K right now, a little under that, I guess. But I just want to kind of use this channel to be a dialogue to the younger generation while also kind of maintaining the vibe of I want to improve the younger generation. The biggest thing that I looked for when I was younger was a mentor. I didn't know I needed one, but once I got one, once I found someone I could truly open up to and talk to, it really changed the life for the better. And now I can't sit down and have a dialogue with each one of you, but I can play 2.9 Balloon Cycle and kind of tell you about my life and some things and challenges I faced to help you realize you're not alone and that these challenges are just a part of life, and there are things you can do to not only minimize the effects of these negative things, but also to kind of rally against it and to become a better person throughout your life, not only socially and whatnot. Also, I'm getting sidetracked, so I wanted to do three categories for 3 games of Clash Royale. So the first category is academic challenges. Academic challenges can be anything, but we're mainly talking about you go from high school. School is not, I'm not going to say easy, but if you are going to a bigger college, you're going into a much more academic role. You're becoming more invested into your studies. You can't just kind of get by with playing Clash Royale for 6 hours a day, showing up and then winging a test, because that's what my experience was. I never studied for anything and I was fine. I mean, I studied a bit, but overall, my experience was I could just show up and do whatever. And that was a huge culture shock for me. Coming into this, I was very surprised to just not only be overwhelmed by the struggles of school, but the main thing that comes with the challenge of college is that you have a major you decide when you are 17 or 18, and it is very hard to stay on track with that and also kind of stay motivated throughout your entire college career to that one simple goal you have. For me, I started off with chemical engineering. So right now I'll tell you right now I'm a civil engineering major with a minor in business. It's very, very enjoyable and I'm really enjoying what I'm doing. However, wasn't always this way, and I started with chemical. So the biggest thing I realized in my academic struggle was that I love school. I really do enjoy sitting down and studying when I am with a school group, with a friend group. But the issue is that I didn't enjoy what I was learning. And I was at this point now where when I was younger and more, I guess we can say more, school was easier, so I didn't have to be as motivated for it. I could just kind of get away with not feeling that direct passion to what I was studying. But once you get into college, something I really struggled with is that, okay, I can't wing this anymore. I'm going to have to spend hours in the libraries. I'm going to have to spend hours in classes. And what am I going to do about that time? If I don't enjoy what I'm studying, then what do I do? And to give you advice onto that, I was a diehard, man, I'm going to do chemical. I'm going to go into pharmaceutical sales. I'm a very smart, talented man. I have confidence in my abilities. And I just want to make a difference through pharmaceutical sales. Which is a really weird thing to say because pharmaceutical sales is like, not like the most user-friendly thing. But that's what I wanted to do. And I go to gen chemistry too, and I'm not enjoying it whatsoever. And my advice for you is, firstly, you're not alone if you're feeling like your academic success is not there. If you're not motivated, there's a reason behind it. You're going to be in this job, in this career for the majority of your life. What I encourage you to do is realize you can switch majors. You are young. The founder of Nike he wasn't until he was 36 years old until he really made Nike become Nike. He spent multiple years traveling across countries. He sold Japanese shoes across countries just to make means meet. You are not supposed to have everything figured out by the age of 17 going into college. Okay, so switch majors. I'm not saying switch it at every hard turn, but if there's something you're directly passionate about, then you need to find that and really anchor down on it. My ex situationship would really love me using that term. She goes to Vanderbilt. But academic challenges, you're going to have to spend long nights. Make sure you're passionate about it. Make sure you find something you truly enjoy. Next topic, we're going to talk about more some emotional and social challenges. And this is where I'm kind of hit the hardest at, and this will be easier to talk about while I'm playing Clash Royale. Social challenges can be anything. For me, it was, I went to a big public university, University of Tennessee, and I was a stay-at-home. I didn't room. I didn't go to the dorms. I just stayed at my house, and my relationship of 2 years went off to a different college. My friends didn't get into my university. At least the ones I really were close with, they didn't really get in, and so I was alone for the most part. I had nobody there to meet. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys and be like, oh yeah, and then I went to classes and made a ton of friends. That's not always the reality. It wasn't for me. What ended up happening is I went to college. I tried to make friends, and not everybody you meet is going to be your friend. And that's okay. There's like 50 bajillion people on the University of Tennessee's campus. You think I'm friends with absolutely every single one of them? Heck no. You want to be nice to everybody you meet. You never know who could be your friend, but you're not going to be friends with everybody. And I became so depressed. I had FOMO. I had everything. Every Friday night, every Saturday night, every Sunday night, I would come home and I wouldn't know what to do because I had no friends. Everyone was out partying. I'm not a partier, but I still want to like go hang out with friends on a Friday night, you know? And because of that, you just lose your identity almost. You become kind of, for me, it was like I became this non-confident version of myself. I'm very extroverted, and being at home, I mean, that sucked. I still face days now as an extroverted person where I'm like, man, I really wish I was out, you know, with my friends right now, enjoying a good time, enjoying a cool little laughter, a little hee hee ha ha. But you have to realize and find your niche. For me, that was playing Rocket League. I am absolutely cracked at Rocket League. More than I should ever admit. I was beyond good, or I am beyond good. You know, I will beat the average person by, it won't be close. It's like having a NBA star play a middle schooler. You're just gonna, he doesn't have to try. There's no competition. I'm sorry for that little brag there. I had to find something that I wasn't a big Rocket League player while I was in high school. I did Minecraft YouTube and just hung out with friends. But once I get into college, I can't just play Minecraft all day, right? That was my thinking. We got a clutch up here, by the way. It's over. I couldn't just play Minecraft all day, right? That becomes non-existent. I thought I had that landed. That becomes non-existent. You have to find your venue for friends and social events. For me, that was what I ended up having to do, what I recommend for you guys to do, is find your niche. Everybody, by this point of your life, you have had a hobby. If you're going to a bigger school, there's going to be a club or a social group for it. It is my best hope that these groups are going to be open to you. They were open for me. And I had a lot of people be very kind and bring a lot of passion into my life. But even still, getting into those clubs, you're not going to have like a set, like it'll take some time to make friends too. You may not feel like that transition from I have these really close friends in high school to now I'm in college. Who's my like best friend? That was my thought. I had my childhood best friend, Seth Jones. Great guy. I can say his name casually because you can't DDoS him or stalk him. But I had no idea what he was like. He went to a different school. I couldn't do anything about that. So my best advice is find your niche interest, your niche hobby, and go pursue it at your college/university, because now you have the equipment, you have the facilities. You're never going to be more privileged than going to college. College is a huge privilege and a huge blessing. Make the most out of it. And now I want to talk about my biggest struggles and kind of have this last topic be more unfiltered. There's not a label to it compared to academic and like the social relationshipal challenges. I've kind of hinted to it, but my challenge was FOMO. I'm a social man. You know, I believe people were created to be social creatures. I feel like if you want to stay at home all day and just, I personally am not satisfied by that. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm not saying you're morally not right if you don't hang out with someone 24/7 in your life. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying I don't like that. Like, I don't like feeling like I am left out of situations. I want to be involved. I want to have my breaks too, don't get me wrong, but I want to be involved. I want to know what's happening on campus. I want to be invited to parties. I want to be invited to events. I want to go to football games. I want to cheer. I want to be in a study session with people and just enjoy it. Also, I think I messed up that placement. Yeah, type, man. So I was struggling with this FOMO. I have all these people around me. I can see on the University of Tennessee Snap story that they are living and enjoying life, and I'm stuck inside on my bed, doom scrolling. That is the worst thing you could possibly do. I know it's hard though. I know, because for me it was hard. For me, I woke up every day on Saturday and Sunday and be like, man, I'm just gonna sit at home watching football by myself. I mean, I had very grateful. I have loving, amazing parents, but they're not necessarily like my close friends, you know? I'm not making the same jokes as I would make with them or you guys or with anything like that. So for me, what I would say on that advice of FOMO and getting involved is, firstly, back to what I was saying, find your niche. But more importantly than that, you want to do as many things as you can. For me, I didn't know my major. I got invested in some people that were in this program that actually kind of changed my life. I went into this, I don't want to dox myself too much, but I went into this program that just kind of helped me navigate and find my identity a little bit more. Not that my college is the definition of who I am, but in the sense that I just needed to find some more like-minded people. I was not the most passionate man when I was younger. I could have gone probably to a bigger, better college. No hate to the school I'm at right now, but I'm a smart, talented individual with good scores and everything. And I decided to go to the place that was 20 minutes. Also, I guess that was a key detail I missed out. I live 20 minutes away from my school. I drive there. I can't just show up on campus one day and just be all, oh, guys, I'm here. What's the function? What's the haps? Because it's a 20-minute drive. If you tell me something last minute, I just can't go. That's just the reality of what is happening. Also, I think he just trolled. Possibly he's gonna play Witch. I think that activates King Tower. And I think I might have just trolled. Yeah. But it's okay, because that's gonna get 2 hits. It's not. Oh man. So my best advice for that FOMO, for those people who are not privileged to maybe go and travel to the university of their favorite and go sit in those dorms, those amazing little dorms, but they still want to be involved. You have to find your niche. You have to find those people who make you feel, not only that they're not going to make you feel complete, but they're going to make you feel rejuvenated to accomplish and go challenge yourself. Find things that challenge you, because at the end of the day, the biggest thing and the best thing you can do for your life is challenge yourself. Your brain grows through stimulation. Like the best cure for Alzheimer's is just to be active with your brain. Just do word puzzles and stuff. I don't know. Don't give up. Also, we've got to lock in and really pray that we just kind of. Is that enough for a tower? Oh, you switch it up. Find your people, find your hobbies, find your passion. If you can't find those people, just go to anything. Every college, every club, if there's ever been a small niche interest you have, I beg you to just go to that once, because it will change your life for the better. I hope this helped. I will gladly answer any questions in the comments, or you can DM me on Discord. But just stay motivated. College is great, but this is the truth about it.